Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a fun project planned for us today. I hope this video inspires you to create something of your own. If you would, hit the like button and share the video with your friends. That helps me to grow this channel and to continue to bring you new projects. If you haven't subscribed yet, would you please consider subscribing? And if you have, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot to do, so let's get to it. Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. I have another first for us. We're going to try to make some air dry clay ornaments. Got a couple packages that I got from the Dollar Tree. And then I have just a bunch of cookie cutters in my stash. So I picked out some. I'm going to try putting using my brayer and see if I can get a texture from this rosemary. It smells really good. I'm going to go ahead and boil some water. Some of the videos I've watched, they say that helps it to roll out easier. And then I'm going to also get us a piece of either parchment or wax paper. I'll see what I have on hand to cover my surface here. So let me go get those things going and then I'll come back to you. How exciting. We have all kinds of little cookie cutters here. Oh, that one used to be Mofasa's. Yes, I did make his own cookies. Okay, so let me go get stuff going and I'll come back to you. All right, here's our water. Ooh, hot. So I'm going to go ahead and just I'm leaving them in the packages because you can add water to make it soften up, but I'm just trying to let the heat do that. And so while we're doing that, I've got my brayer. It looks good and clean. I've got ornaments. I'm not sure how big this will roll out. I'm going to probably, maybe 1/4 of an inch is what most people recommended. Remember the other ornaments we had that we used for the tic-tac-toe? These are the strings, y'all. So I'm going to use that for hanger. So that means I need a hole poker. Oh. What about, there we go, a little crochet hook. Because it'll probably, will it expand? I'm not sure what it'll do when it dries. So there we go, a little hole. All right, we got 3 choices. Get my towel. And let's go ahead and pull one of these out and we'll dry it off and then open it up. All right. Oh, I thought it was going to be white, but it's actual clay color. How about that? So we're going to just get it let's see. All right. So this consistency wasn't as good as that one. Did I put in the same amount of water? I have no idea. I thought I did, but maybe not. So now we're going to take our brayer, dry it off. I have to clean everything really good. This clay is over all over everything now. Okay. I want to see if I can, if this does what I envision in my head. Not really. Nope. That's not working. It didn't. I have seen people do that. But maybe not this particular kind of clay. Not sure. Alright. We're going to smooth it back out. I'm going to pitch that rosemary. Smooth this back out. So no to the rosemary. But I might be able to draw some details, like with my little stylus over there. So we'll see if that works. That's another idea I had. Trying to see if I feel any lumps, like if one area is higher than the other. All right. All right, they've been setting for a little while. So now I want to see if I'm able to flip them. See what they look like on this side. So far, so good. That one feels pretty wet. Try to move them to a drier spot if I'm able to flip them. right, here we are. They seem to be drying well. It's been about an hour since I flipped them, so I didn't wait a long time. I'm impatient. But I wanted to get them off of this paper that seems a little damp. So I wanted to put them on some fresh paper. And let's see, our little bone, that's our thin bone. That's our thicker bone. Alright, so we're making progress. We're still a little damp. You can see the one that was cut the thinnest has already dried and changed color. And I've got our little bow and our little hanger. So the way I made that little bow, and we're going to work gingerly with them as they continue to dry. The way I made the little bow is I had this raffia that was left over from another project, but it's kind of perfect for this project in that I'm just trying to put a little something there at the top, because again, remember, these are going to go on gifts, so I just need something to attach up by the bow. So, and I made two sizes, large for the larger ones, small for the small ones. And so I'm going to make the last small one, and I'm going to wrap them around my fingers once, and then I'm going to pinch them in the middle. I'm going to take the third piece and I'm going to wind it and then tie a knot in the back. I'll make sure it is centered before I pinch it all the way down. There it is. Give it that knot. And then I'm going to hold these to the side, because now I'm going to pull down those 4 tails. And I'm going to cut them all the same size. And I'm going to pull them to the back. That means going through the loops, and that's what that meant. Right? I just need to get it to the back so it'll lay right. And I'm going to get all 4 of these, pull them, and then just give them a little cut. I made them fairly short because I want it just to sort of go up in to that little curly part of the bow. And there we are. All right, and then what I did is, remember these from those ornaments that we used for our tic-tac-toe set. These are the leftover strings, so I'm going to just very carefully loop it through. And I'm going to tie a knot down here towards the base of my tag embellishment, I guess is how we should say that. There we go. And then tie the top. We'll trim that. And so we have it there. So then what we'll do is we will take one of these smaller bows, and I'm going to see which way it looks the best. Oh, there's my, I pulled the wrong one. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to tie this around. I'm going to fix that one. We'll come back to that one. Let's go with this one. There we go. Something fell off on that one. All right, so here's our little bow. I'm going to place it here. I'm going to turn it upside down. And I'm just going to do a single knot. I'm going to go between the clay piece and my knot right there. And that will keep it from moving around. Twist it back to the front, bring this to the back, give it one more, and we're going to pull it pretty tight. And then I'm going to just cut it pretty short. And just a smidge of trash. And then we have something like that. And then we can fluff our little bow just like we always do. And there we have that. A cute little package tag. Alright, we've got our hangers put on our little pieces. I'm going to leave it on this until they dry completely. There we go. Our little guy tried to come apart. We're going to put him back together. Alright, there we are. We want them all to turn to this color. This is turned hard. Alright, we're almost there, y'all. Progress. Well, here they are. Our little gingerbread package decoration thingamabobs. You see the one that we cut the thickest is not quite the same color, but it is good and solid. And I'll just leave it set until it's time to use it, and then it will be just right. So something I did is I took my little stylus and I just added some accents like this for the two grand dogs. I decorated their bone for them. And then for our little gingerbread, let's see the best one to see that on. Well, you can see it on this. You can see it on all of them actually, but let's go with this one. So I gave a little down here, here, and gave them some freckles, just for added interest. And I did that on all of them. They're pretty sturdy, right? Wouldn't want to do that one with that one just yet. Okay, so what did we learn from this project? Well, it's a messy project. Wear gloves. Number two, make sure you know the color of the clay you're using. I was able to salvage the project. I still would have rather used some of my other, like my Christmas tree and my star, right? I would have liked to use those, but that's okay. It just kind of worked out the way it did. Let's see, what else did I learn? Be careful how much water you put in. I think I was pretty close on water from one batch to the other, but you saw the second batch was super, super wet. So be wary of that. Let's see, what else did we learn? I think the color, consistency, it's not exactly an easy product to work with. Maybe it'll be easier the next time, if there is a next time, that I would do this. But those are some of the tips that I learned this time around. And that little 2 paint, this stuff here, this was a great way to accent, right? It's very much a contrasting color from the base, so that worked out well. I like the little raffia bows here at the top. That just sort of complements the gingerbread look, color, theme, and all that. Phew, I thought this was a quick and easy project. This took a little bit of time, y'all. These have been drying for just over 24 hours. You can see this one still isn't, but again, I cut it pretty thick, right? Versus the one that I cut really thin for the grand dog, right? So it does take, depending on how thick you cut it, that's how long it takes to dry. You see these are pretty well dried, but there's little spots, like it's a little dark right there, right here and here. I'm okay with that. They're gonna just set in on a shelf and dry until we get ready to use them later this year. All right, so that's what I learned from air drying clay this time around. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like it, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, would you please consider subscribing? And well, until next time, happy crafting. I'll show you some close-ups. Until next time, y'all, happy crafting.